Welcome back to Lecture 1 in the Beginning, Part 3 of 7. We're going to talk about the Lumiere brothers becoming the first documentarians and spreading cinema throughout the world. The Lumiere brothers could be considered the first documentarians because they took their camera everywhere. They stripped it of all the heavy gear that Edison had on his camera, and they really were also the first to exhibit these films in a public arena, often showing their films in local cafes. This camera that they made was called the cinematograph, and it was used for filming, optical printing, and projecting. And as you can see, well, by today's standards, it's still probably kind of heavy, but it was a lot lighter in weight than Edison's. And something I didn't tell you in the last lecture was that Edison still didn't put that much credence in the motion picture industry and didn't spend the $150 for a European patent. So therefore people could take his equipment and do what they wanted with it. Big mistake on his part. But the Lumiere brothers took advantage, and they traveled the world and actually are responsible for starting the film industry in South America. Let's take a look at these clips. Actually, the one on the lower left is considered to be the first comedy film. Let's look. So you can see, except for the one on the lower left, where there's actually some kind of plot going on, although albeit a short one, that the other footage is just of people doing everyday things. But keep in mind that people didn't travel like they do now. So seeing exotic people, seeing trains and people getting on and off was very, cutting edge for people who hadn't experienced stuff like that. And then the other thing that the Lumieres did is through their travels, they inadvertently invented the first tracking and crane shots. Let's take a look at this.
Lumiere cameramen invented the traveling shot without realizing it when they mounted the camera on a train leaving Jerusalem in 1896. And the crane shot when they showed the old Trocadero in Paris from the lift in the Eiffel Tower.
So again, it's what we call happy accidents in this industry, but the Lumiere brothers really spread cinema throughout the world. Jerusalem, South America, they just went all over and would, again, shoot, print, project. This concludes Lecture 1, Part 3 of 7.